So good evening, everyone. First of all, I thank you all for joining on Sunday evening, although Sunday evening is so crucial for the personal entertainment and personal refreshment. But in spite of that, you are here. Thank you very much. And today we'll start the session by showing you a very informative video. And this video is going to give us lots of insight about how we have to make the action plan for our classroom. The basic thing is that planning is the core of everything, whether it comes to classroom management or whether it comes to the effective teaching or it is child's development or the progress, whatever we say, if we are not well planned, then naturally we are not going to be as effective as with planning we are going to be. So let's watch this.
Management Plan by Mandy Gomes. It's the start of another school year. As a teacher, are you prepared to address behavioral issues? Over 50% of first-year teachers are concerned with classroom behavior management. I have created a comprehensive behavior management plan that will help my students to do their very best so that our classroom is a safe place where we can all play, learn, and grow together. A comprehensive behavior management plan has 5 core components: a statement of purpose, rules, procedures, consequences, and an action plan. The statement of purpose should be focused and clearly understood. It states the reasons why the management plan is necessary. I expect my classroom to be a place of learning that appreciates creativity and diversity. As we learn, we are committed to bringing out the best of one another through accountability, encouragement, and respect. Classroom rules convey to the students expected behavior in simple, specific terms, which are stated positively and make behavior measurable and observable. Another important part of a behavior management plan is procedures. Procedures tell the students what behavior is expected when completing specific tasks, such as entering and exiting the classroom, going to the bathroom, heading to lunch, and dismissal times. This creates organization, reduces interruptions, and promotes smooth transitions for the students and teachers alike. Consequences. All consequences are to be clear and specific and relate directly to the classroom rules and procedures. Positive consequences reinforce desired behaviors. In my classroom, positive consequences are organized into a range of frequency, varying from those which are easy to earn and are given often to those which are harder to earn and are given fewer times. Negative consequences are used to decrease poor behavior and are applied in an educative manner and never in a vindictive fashion. In my classroom, negative behaviors are organized into 5 varying degrees of consequences. Finally, it is important to take the time to develop an action plan. An action plan is designed to help you implement your plan. You will need to develop a toolkit, which incorporates all the forms, posters, and supports necessary for you to implement your plan. You will need to teach the plan to your students right away. Share the plan with parents, administration, and others, and remember to review the plan regularly as a reminder to everyone. Putting in a little extra time in the beginning will pay off during the school year, as you will create a classroom that appreciates creativity and diversity, a place of learning where we all bring our very best.
Yes. So what are I learning out of this video about the creating of action plan for the class management? How we can create an action plan for our class management?
Ma'am, with discipline and with consistency and through our positive behavior.
Okay, first of all, we have to have a vision for our class, one goal or purpose for our class. You know, there are different teachers, their focus is on different aspects. Some focus more onto creativity, while other focus more onto enhancing the knowledge. There may be teachers who are focusing more onto activities. So what exactly is your focus upon? So we should have one vision for our classroom. And then after that, we have to jot down the class rules. What is expected from the students in the class, behavior wise, academic wise, and learning wise. And then after that, the procedures. If somebody is not following that rule, then it's also important that we have to write down that what consequences they are going to face, whether it is positive or it is negative consequences. In some cases, we have to give them the appreciation if somebody is like thoroughly following the class rules, and if the people are not following the class rules, then in that case we have to have the sanctions. Like maybe we can stop them from going to the PE, or maybe we can stop them from taking the art class, because these are the things that is very close to the hearts of the children. So if they are not following the class rules, then we can impose the sanctions on them. We can deprive them from certain facilities that they enjoy. Then they will understand that, okay, they have done something wrong, that's why it is done with them. So here I have jotted down 6 tips for better planning of the classroom. So first thing is that when we are making class rules, we have to consider the school policies when we are drafting the class management, because the school may be having other policies. Like there are certain schools that don't follow the uniform code, or you are writing in the class rules, everybody has to come in the proper uniform, then it is contradiction, because the school policy is that there will not be any uniform. And there are many schools, not only abroad, not only in USA and UK, but even in India, you will find there are schools now, they have started following this norm that there won't be any uniform in the school. Children have the freedom of wearing whatever they like. I visited such a school in Gurgaon, and there I was discussing with 2 children. They were sitting in the library. I asked them that you don't have any uniform, so how do you feel about this? Then the children asked me the counter question. They said, you tell me any child in the world who likes the uniform in the school. Whatever best uniform you can design, the children will always be in the criticism of that uniform. They will be criticizing. So they said, it's nice that our school has a policy of no uniform. We are very happy. Although there is a dress code, not uniform, but dress code. And everybody follows that dress code. That which type of dress should be there, how much the sleeves should be there, how length should be there of the kurtas and skirts and other things. So that's why when we are making the class management rules, we have to consider the school policies as well. Then second point is that when we have to establish clear and consistent boundaries in the class. How much we can allow the children and how much we are not going to allow the children. So what is allowed? What should be their volume level? Even that expectation also we have to fix the clear-cut boundaries in the class. Then we have to use verbal and non-verbal reinforcement. Like it's not at time, all the time, there is no need of just shouting at them or just saying blah, 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 blah. But sometimes we can just do non-verbal things, like by our facial expressions, by our eyebrows, by our eye movement, we can just give them the hints that this, whatever they are doing is likable or not likable. It is approved or it is not approved. So our non-verbal gestures also should give them the clear-cut expression that it is not accepted. Then after that, once we have made the rule class management plan we have made, then we have to hand over it to the concerned stakeholders, like the students, parents, the management. Everybody should know that what we have exactly planned for the classroom. And we need lesser classroom management plan if we are planning our lessons in such a way that it is engaging lesson. In our lesson is not engaging, our lesson is boring, then naturally there will be more discipline problem. Children will be more into other activities and other actions. So first and foremost thing is that make your teaching engaging, and the content should be such that children take interest on their own, and then we have to encourage positive behavior. Some of the examples are given, like non-verbal communication. smiling, nodding, using a thumbs up. So these type of like non-verbal communication we can use. And suppose if somebody has done very good, then you can have the special time for the child. You can say, okay, let's have a cup of coffee together. So this will be an appreciation for the child. And maybe sometimes you can call the child separately to you, and then you can have the verbal communication. Sometimes you can give them some stars on the hand. Sometimes you can give them the stickers just to appreciate their positive behaviors. So these type of things we have to do. And we can give them like extra time for the play, extra time for the story reading, extra time for the computer class, extra time for the racing and other things if they are showing the positive behaviors. So these are certain tips that we have to keep when we are making our classroom planning. When we are class management planning, we are doing, these are the things we have to keep in mind. So now this is the time when we are going to have the class action plan. We are going to make our class action plan. So that will start with the purpose, and then class rule, and then the procedures. In the procedure, we will have the positive reinforcement and the negative reinforcement. Okay. Now, how many warnings will be given to the children? Then after how many warnings, the case will be forwarded to the head. The child will be asked to leave the school. So these are the things we have to plan for our class. Now I will send you in the breakout room, and please create one. So you all will be in the breakout room, and please create one action plan for the class management. Okay, one purpose of your class, and then after that the class rules, and then after that the how to implement the rules for that procedure. So these three things you have to make. Anika, without Kulja Sim Sim, it will not open.
Kulja, same.
Yes, now it will open and you can go and join your room.